Some bakers don't take on small cupcake orders, or they have a minimum order amount. And I totally understand this, but I don't have a minimum order for cupcakes. This is because I bake pretty much every week anyway, so for me it's just a matter of doing a bit of extra batter and doing some cupcakes with it. I'll just add a bit on to the big cakes that I'm already doing. Sometimes I also have cupcakes in the freezer from times like this when I've made a few too many. I just pop them in the freezer and then they are ready to take out and frost if I have a last minute order or somebody wants to add them onto an order. I will also always do a small cupcake order for my regular customers or my loyal friends who are customers who always order from me. I feel like it's the least I can do, and I will always bend over backwards for those customers. This was an order for 4 cupcakes, so I used my 2 egg amount because this makes 8 cupcakes. They were vanilla, and with the extra 4 cupcakes, if you keep watching to the end, I'll show you how I freeze them, and then they can just be pulled out the freezer. They take hardly any time at all to defrost, and they can just be decorated very last minute. To freeze them, I just let them cool on the side, and then I put them in an airtight box or a box that I can then cover with cling film. I do 2 layers of cling film just to make sure that they don't get freezer burn, and they can be frozen for up to 3 months. When it's time to frost them, you just get them out the freezer, and you can either frost them already frozen, or you can wait till they defrost. They usually take around an hour. And you do not know that they've been frozen. They are just as light and fluffy as if they've just been baked. As I said, I baked 8 of these cupcakes and decided to freeze 4 of them for the future if anybody wanted some last minute cupcakes. The brief for these ones was just bright and bold, so I just put stars and gold and Lindor truffles and just tried to make them as bright and cheerful as possible. These are the 4 that I'm freezing, so they're just going into a Tupperware, and then because I don't want to dent the tops of the cupcake cases, I just covered them with 2 layers of cling film, and then they went straight into the freezer. I always make sure I do a little label for them saying what they are, when they were baked, and when they need to be used by. This is a really good way of avoiding waste and also having something there at your fingertips when you need it. It's also good if you've ever forgotten about a cupcake order. So here are the 4 cupcakes that I made for a very dear friend who I will always make a small cupcake order for, because not only are they dear friends, but they also are repeat loyal customers, and they've also recommended me to lots and lots of people. So if these people wanted 1 cupcake, I would bake that 1 cupcake for them because that is what they mean to me. What about you? Do you have a minimum cupcake order, or will you bake any amount?